something just flipped in advertising budgets that most sonic strategists haven't caught up to yet. For the first time, connected TV upfront commitments are on track to overtake primetime linear TV in 2026. $37.95 billion flowing into a screen that, unlike your social feed, comes with sound on by default. No mute icon waiting to be tapped, no silent autoplay, the volume is already up in someone's actual living room. And most brands are still treating that screen like a bigger, slightly fancier version of the muted ad they already have. Let's be clear about how fast this moved. 243.6 million people are watching connected TV in the US alone this year. The audience now accounts for 43.8% of all TV viewing time. And in head-to-head studies, 57% of viewers actually prefer CTV ads over the traditional linear ones. This isn't a niche format anymore. It's where the budget is going, at a pace ad planning hasn't fully absorbed yet. Here's what that page created. A cap. Most creative teams, under deadline, do the fastest thing available. They take the 15 or 30-second cut built for social feeds where the whole audio mix was designed assuming most people would never actually hear it. And they drop the exact same file into the CTV buy. The audio was never designed to carry a message on its own. It was designed to survive being muted, and now it's playing out loud in a channel where sound was never optional to begin with. It's worth pausing on how strange that actually is once you say it out loud. Marketing teams will A/B test headline copy, thumbnail image, even the exact shade of a call to action button for a channel where the ad might get watched for 2 seconds before someone scrolls past. Then they'll zip that same file and change into channel guaranteed to be watched with sound on in somebody's living room uninterrupted. The channel with least attention got the most testing. The channel with the most attention got a copy-paste. Here's the trap in assuming audible automatically means effective. Loud and recognizable are not the same thing. A track that was mixed to pleasant backdrop for a muted scroll doesn't suddenly become a distinctive brand signal just because the volume knob got turned up in someone's living room. And the format itself is asking more of the audio than before. Shoppable and interactive CTV ads are projected to make up 10% of all CTV ads this year. QR codes in these ads are seeing scans rates as high as 70% for familiar retailers. Voice-activated spots are letting viewers request more information out loud mid-ad. That means the audio in CTV spot increasingly has to do actual work. Carry a call to action a viewer can respond immediately, not just decorate whatever happening on screen. And the listening environment itself is different too. A living room soundbar, not cinema mix, often playing while someone's second screen, their phone, is sitting right next to them. That's a completely different sonic environment than the one most ad audio was originally engineered for. Even the shoppable format changed what good audio means here. A QR code sitting quietly in the corner of the frame does nothing if nobody's told out loud that is there and why it's worth scanning. The voiceover carrying that instruction now has much writing on it as visual design of the code itself, which is a job most CTV audio was never actually briefed to do. Here's the pushback we hear from teams who feel like they've already solved it. We already have a strong soundtrack for our TV commercial. That's a real asset, and it's not wasted. But it was very likely mixed for broadcast engineered around cinema ejection, playback assumption, maybe even for a linear TV slot where the surrounding programming controlled the listening context. CTV is a different room, literally, a soundbar or built-in TV speaker competing with whatever else is happening in that house, paying to someone whose attention might be split with a phone in their other hand. Reusing the broadcast mix wholesale isn't wrong, but it usually leaves recognition on the table. This connects directly into something we raise in your paid ads sound like everyone else, where we broke down the broader contradiction between most ads get watched muted, and the specific moments sound actually turns on. CTV is the one biggest of those moments, and it deserves its own dedicated pass, not just a mention on the way. Another point. At Dimulti Music, this is exactly the kind of channel-specific adaptation we built for. The same brand DNA, remixed deliberately for the room it's actually going to be heard in. So here's where that leaves the budget shift you're already part of, whether your sonic strategy noticed it yet or not. Ad spend moved to CTV faster than most strategies did. That gap is uncomfortable if you ignore it, but it's a genuine opportunity if you're all early to close it, while most competitors are still just uploading the muted cut and hoping it lands. Before your next CTV buy goes live, pull up the actual ad and watch it the way viewer would on real TV sound on phone within reach. Does it sound designed for that room, or does it sound like it was built for a feed that was never going to play it out? Anyway, let's build audio that earns the volume it's finally getting, not just feels it.